Today, from Seattle, Washington, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here come the Seahawks. Time for that offense and quarterback Russell Wilson to go to work.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
For a Seattle Seahawks.
The numbers for him from a week ago. And you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw it right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Look at the spin. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Murray's pass.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Third and 2, now Wilson. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Wilson. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And now it's 2nd down.
Metcalf, incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
They go play action with Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
25-yard line.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Throw left side, complete. It's Young. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down, Cardinals.
Now Murray again. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
To DeAndre Hopkins.
27 yards on the game there. And it'll move the chains. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, it's Gurley. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Murray now to throw. rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Darrell Taylor, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Chris Carson trotting back out there. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson rolling to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Kickoff for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own.
So out now come the Cardinals. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They go play action now. Wilson being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
9-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. This is Carson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
That's good.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's second down.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
To throw again, Murray steps away to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Murray under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taking it about the 16. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Wilson, they'll roll him out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Metcalf once again the target, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Wilson buying time to his left. Going for Metcalf. This is caught inside the 15. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Rams who have the lead in the second quarter. Jared Goff, a touchdown pass in that first half. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Sam Darnold, terrific in the win, as his guys up their mark to 7-4 with the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Terry McLaurin, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? Shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video of those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Shotgun now for Murray. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Murray's pass.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle by Darrell Taylor. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona. Touchdown. Todd Gurley. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Keeps the score.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and Remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Wilson on target there to Moore. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And 6.
Play action. It's Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
For Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Complete to Christian.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Murray got his man complete over the middle. That's Young. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
1st down, Murray. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. from the red zone. Here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Hits Murray. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Wilson down around his goal line. Dancing to his left. He's going to look deep for more. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Coverage by Byron Murphy.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Out to his left. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the
rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
And he's going to go down again. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
McKinley. The tackle made back at the 47.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the pressure gets to him again.
Wilson, sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley. 3rd down here.
It's 3rd down.
Throwing again, Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Murray's pass.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to get that to Colby Parkinson, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Buda Baker there on the coverage.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. The loss of 3. On that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Murray now to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. So the victory here for Seattle. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural,
yeah,
but
I like where we're going with this. You say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So